So I want to do a quick little tabletop video about ammo storage. Now, I'm not going to go into using ammo cans, long-term storage, and all that. That's not the purpose of this video. This is going to be more along the lines of a practical storage. Well, if you're going to the range, obviously you would, or even at home, you would rather keep all your extra ammo stored up in magazines, you know, magazine hangers like this, where you could have them hung up on a wall somewhere, or what have you. Neat little magazine hanger that a buddy of mine gave me. He actually 3D printed these things, or the guy he got them from 3D printed these things. Kind of neat. So, what do you do though with your ammo that is still loose? I like to hunt. I enjoy going to the range. I don't get to train or go to the range nearly as much as I would like, and I'm sure every one of you have dealt with a problem like this, where you get to the range, the box came undone, and you have ammo spilled everywhere inside. Got my nice little T-Rex Arms training program going on in here. So thanks T-Rex Arms for providing materials for us guys who are trying to get better. So I appreciate that. What I like to do is I like to use bottles. Now I know this sounds silly, using a soda bottle or a Gatorade bottle to store ammo, but if you think about it, it actually makes a lot of sense. So in a 20-ounce Coke bottle for 9mm, I don't have a 40 or 45, but 9mm, you can get 200 rounds to the T. And a 20-ounce Gatorade bottle, just because it's a little bit different style, it's, you know, still 20 ounces, just designed slightly different, you can only get like 190. I like to put the tag in so I know what ammo brand it was, how much it weighed, so I don't forget what it was that was in there. And the thing I like about it is they're super easy to open. Just give it a shake and the rounds will just start coming out. Just makes it a real easy and clean way to store your ammo. It's a little bit more difficult out of a 20-ounce bottle with a small neck, but same thing. You just have to get them started and then they just come on out pretty easily. As you're loading them, it's the same in reverse. You just have to put them all in, give the bottle a little bit of a shake. Everything is settled out. But what do I like about this for going to the range? Well, these things are watertight. We already know that because they hold liquid. They're airtight. We already know that also because they hold liquid that's under pressure and they don't leak. In that way, they're a lot better than something like a peanut butter jar. Now, they're water resistant, but if you actually submerge this thing, the type of seal that it has, it wouldn't hold, you know, especially with the leftover pieces of the film or whatever. I highly recommend, you know, these are easier to get the ammo out, especially for larger calibers like 45 or 40. Even you can put some rifle ammo in there as well, but don't prefer these as much. For 22, when I'm in the woods, this is the bottle I prefer. These are small little bottles. I think they're like 8 ounces. These, when I'm going squirrel hunting, or the rounds, this is what I prefer to put rounds in. Super easy to load them, get the ammo in your hand, and then just basically shake your hand and load it up. I actually haven't counted how many rounds of 22 you can get in one of those, but it's a lot. It's more than you'll hunt with in a year, unless you squirrel hunt every single day, which would be awesome. The other thing I like these little bottles for is muzzle loading. I'll put my dry powder in it. So you put your dry powder in there, throw it down in your bag, take off. Most of when I'm typically muzzle loading, I have an ammo stick somewhere. Anyway, oh, here's one. I usually keep my load in one of these, a little shot stick. One end you can put the bullet. The other end, actually this is one that's all the way through, but on one end you put your powder charge, on the other end you put the bullet, the projectile. But what happens if you start raining? You know, I live in South Mississippi. We have very rainy winters, so that is a constant issue that we would face during a hunting trip, is getting wet, or going to the range getting wet. You know, if that's the case and your box of ammo gets wet, well, it can just get soggy, make a mess, fall apart. You don't want your ammo wet. If you can help it, you definitely don't want your powder wet if you're muzzle loading hunting. So you may or may not have tried this. If you're trying to find something that's easy, something you can throw in the bottle holder on your backpack going to the woods or to the range, like I said, I highly recommend trying something like that. I've never done a test to see, like, for quote long-term prepper storage or whatever, how long you can do it. I actually kind of want to take some steel cased ammo and toss it in one of these bottles and one of these as well, and go toss it out in the pond and come back a year from now and do that. So if y'all would like to see me try that, let me know and I'll give it a shot. I would also love to see or hear what other people do for rifle ammo to put them in magazines. Because I mean, you load your magazines out, that's great, but what do you do with your other spare ammo? I'd like to hear some of the easy ways people store loose ammo. I mean, I just typically leave my rifle ammo in boxes and that's it. Anyway, hope that was interesting to some of y'all. Hope that helps keep your ammo dry. Have a great day.